Good morning. A winter storm warning in effect till 10 o'clock this morning with as much as 3 to 6 inches of snow possible. As we were driving up here this morning, some of the biggest problems, slick roads, poor visibility, and of course those snow-covered roads. So drivers, as you're heading out, a few things you'll want to keep in mind as the snow continues to fall. Right now we are on Snoqualmie Pass. Traction tires, those are required for drivers over this pass. Chains for heavy vehicles and oversized vehicles also required, as well as same restrictions through White Pass. And up in Stevens Pass, chains required for all vehicles except all-wheel. And for those returning from the Apple Cup this weekend, it is a mess out here. Give yourself plenty of time if you are hitting the road. Take it slowly and give yourself room between you and the car in front of you. And if you see some snow plows, which we have seen already this morning, make sure that you give them enough room to do their job so that they can clear these roads. We did see some signs on the roads as we were heading up here to the pass saying chain up or pay up. So it's a good idea to make sure to pull over, put those chains on, and again, just have maybe an emergency kit in your vehicle as well. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, we talked to the organization We Heart Seattle today, and they've been checking on people as those temperatures drop, working to find them options. And we know other organizations, they are also on standby to provide that help as well. But we've learned that there have been some challenges.
I've been going around and trying to reconnect people to the resources.
Tim Emerson with We Heart Seattle sent us pictures of homeless encampments he'd visited today. He said he's concerned about upcoming dips in the temperature for those living outside, especially going into next week.
Those are temperatures that could cause frostbite and major issues and death. And, you know, I'm going to have to keep with the regular welfare checks and every day, making sure everybody is okay.
Tim said people have also been showing up to their office on 3rd Avenue to get help.
They gave me a sleeping bag here, a mat, tent.
That includes Christopher Mark Hales.
I'm a 59-year-old veteran, U.S. Army, and I am currently homeless.
Christopher said he's traveled to Seattle because he has a job lined up. In the meantime, he's doing what he can to stay warm. What's it like sleeping out there in the cold?
I mean, you don't sleep. You sit there and shiver and freeze. And that's the bottom line.
Across town, we talked to Sharon Lee at the Low Income Housing Institute.
We're very concerned because there's about close to over 14,000 homeless people, and the majority of them are unsheltered.
Lee said there's a tremendous need in King County and that they can accommodate people in facilities like the Ernestine Anderson Place. But when it comes to moving forward with a plan, Lee said the King County Regional Homelessness Authority is in charge of that.
But we have not heard so far what the plans are.
As time runs out, Tim said he's had issues finding warming shelter info.
You know, for some reason, I am having a really hard time finding an updated list. I feel like there may need to be more done.
Yeah, that's right, Tyler. There certainly are. People tell me they left a little extra early to get where they needed to be. They're saying they're doing what they can to avoid any problems on the road ahead. Now, many on the way up to the pass had to deal with the rain before it snowed, which was around 6 o'clock in the evening. The combination made a tough commute for some. Washout officials tell me they have 30 plow drivers out between the pass and Ellensburg, keeping the roads safe for drivers. They've been pre-treating the roads for most of the day. They plow in tandem, so you'll likely see 3 or 4 along the way. Now, road conditions are expected to get worse tonight. Some are happy they made the decision to not travel overnight.
Very glad, because actually I was going to wait till later this evening, but when I learned about the snowstorm coming in, I decided it'd be better to get through it earlier in the evening.
Now, recently, the pass has some closures. They tell me that's because of the spinouts for cars not being properly equipped. Washout officials do tell me if they travel through the pass overnight or through sometime later on the weekend, it is best to postpone your plans if possible. We're live from the Snoqualmie Pass. I'm Hyder, KOMO News.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.